Hi, guys. Happy Saturday. Good morning to all of us watching and participating live today. And
Good morning.
welcome for all
Good
of
morning.
you watching it on the replay. Good morning. Hi, happy Saturday. It is a Saturday of week 2 in our program, the final workout of this week. Hello and welcome, ladies. Good to see you all. Hello, hello. Have light, moderate, and heavy size weights available to you. And we're going to start moving those bodies. How about that? Arms up over your head. Right hand to the inside of the left leg. Okay, Julie, thank you very much. Please let me know if you need any specific adjustments by, of course, typing it in the chat. Or, of course, letting me know by taking yourself off of mute and asking away. Can always adjust for you, don't you worry. Thank you for letting me know. And that goes for anybody. You know, if you guys have any sort of limitations, okay, always let us know prior to. All right, so we can help to adjust and personalize the program for you. This is a group personalized training program, coaching program. So, you know, you get what you need. Never should be a situation where you have a limitation that you can't do physical activity to stay consistent. Okay, let's go and get some big arm circles going forward. Going to get into a total body workout here today. Got some good functional movement in here today. Big circles, either forward or backwards, your choice. And let's make that switch to the other side, or the other direction is what I should say. Big circles. Okay, interlace those fingers in front of the chest. We're going to push the palms away from you. And as you do that, you're going to round your back. We're going to hold here for a good three to 5 seconds. And then let's release it. And then do the same behind you, doing the opposite stretch. 3 to 5 second hold here. And then we're going to do the same, pressing back out, rounding that head. Sorry, rounding that back, dropping that head. Don't round your head, that's for sure. Push the palms away, right? 3 to 5 seconds. And then we're going to interlace the fingers behind, open up the chest and shoulders. So we get back, shoulders, chest, arms, all in that little sequence. All right, let's get that side body loosened up a little bit more. So we'll go left foot over the right foot, left arm up over your head. And every 2 to 3 seconds, we'll switch, and then we'll get a little deeper and also involve those shoulders and back muscles. Getting those kinks out this morning. Keep reaching. The further you reach with that left hand, the deeper that stretch will go on that left side. The right arm goes down by your side. Our whole goal of doing that dynamic warm-up is to get that body prepped and ready to go. Okay, now what we're going to do, arms straight in line with the ears, or get those feet about hip-width apart. Let's do some side bends. Let's go to the right. Try and keep the arms stationary. Don't move them. Go to the center. Go to the left. Go to the center, and keep alternating. So if I go to my left, I don't want to drop my left arm down. Try and keep it up. Those palms facing in. All right, let's go with some knee raises now. Pull your knees up past your hips. Circle out your feet and your ankles. Switching every 3 to 5 seconds. Keep your eyes focused on a point that does not move for the balance, right? So I got my eye locked on something down here. A temperature gauge. Reads a solid 51 in here. No heat down here. Good. All right, let's grab a pair of light weights just to fire up that midsection a little bit more here when we do this. So arms are going to go up over the shoulders. All right, keeping them on up. Can't get them there, have them just below. All right, we're going to extend just to get that midsection working. All right, I'm going to ask you to bring that knee up All right, and then down. Knee up, and then down. Take it controlled. I want you to use your lower back. I want you to use your midsection to lift those legs on up. Firing it on up, feet about hip width apart. Just drive that knee up. Make sure the legs, the stomach, the back are doing the work. And now as you do this, we're going to get the arm involved. So right leg comes up, left knee comes down to either touch or, of course, try to, and then repeat to the other side. Left and right and up. So we get that crunch, that midsection going just a little bit more. Up, up. Keep those feet at least hip width apart here, so you don't lose your balance when you come down. You're going to get a little crunch in that midsection. You may also feel in those obliques as well. In all of our work today, we're going to be working on some new exercises that are geared towards unilateral sides. We're going to be isolating some sides. It's going to be great for balancing out strength. And of course, they're going to be functional, which means helping you to do everyday living activities that much easier. So have a pair of weights out in front of you that you can easily access, or a few pairs, whether they be light, moderate, or heavy. And then you can kind of go from there as to what you want to do. If you're unsure, and this is for you watching on the replay, or of course, doing this live with us, always start off light, because you can build yourself on up. Now, this is probably one of my favorite exercises we're going to be doing here today. This is the cross body row with press. So we are going to be positioning ourselves with grabbing one weight. We're going to put it in the right hand. Okay, we're going to work that right side first. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to be in a squat position when we go down. And we're going to be bringing our arm across our body and reaching down for our left toe. So weight is in the right hand. We go across our body here. Watch my movement. I'm going to squat down. I'm going to reach across. I'm going to pull back with that right arm, and then I'm going to press right on up. You can either keep that left hand out to the side for purposes of balance and counterbalance, or here on the hip. So I squat down, reach across with my right. My left hand's going out to the side. I pull back, and then I press. Squat down, across, pull back like a side row, and press. Let's continue on that right side. On that right side, go across and press. All one movement once we get that rhythm down, right? I'm going to show you from the side so you can see a little bit different angle. I start here. I go down. I go across. I pull back. And then I stand up and press that weight above my head. Keep it going. I'll tell you when to switch sides. Body weight still goes to the heel. Left hand can go out for counterbalance. I love putting my hand out to the side. So if I'm going across my body, I'm going to have that left hand on out as I squat down. Get that pull back on that row, and then press right on up. Continue. And switch sides. So now we go left to right with that pull back. And for those of you who are righties, that may feel a little awkward to you, which is why we're doing this, right? So when you're ready, you start, you squat down, body weight to the heels. Left hand goes towards that right foot. We pull back, and then we press right on up. Down, across, pull back, and right on up. Keep it up, keep it up. Going for 30 seconds at this moment. And then I'm going to ask you to pick up that intensity in a couple of different ways. Let's go right across. Don't forget that row, okay? Some of you are going across down, but then you're just lifting back up. You want to pull back like you would if you were doing a bent row, right? So if I'm showing you from the angle here, you're going to be pulling back, and you're in that squat position so we can really isolate those shoulders and back muscles. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Now, listen, what I'm going to ask you to do is either pick up the speed on this, okay, on one side. We're going to go back to the right side. And then, or you can add weight. So I want you to either commit to going a little bit quicker with your movements so you get more reps, or of course, adding on the weight. If you're adding on the weight, make the adjustment now. Put the heavier weight in that right hand. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's begin. Go. Right across to the left, you pull back, and then you're coming right on up. Good. All that right side, we're going to alternate to. Left hand can go out, in front, to side, whatever you need for that counterbalance, right? So we're working that right side right now. And today with the new moves, I'm always going to look to start you on more or less what is everybody's dominant side, which is the right side, more or less. We'll end up getting both sides, don't worry, but that way you can kind of really figure it on out. Or what I would say is focus on your dominant side first today, because they're new moves. Good. Keep it on up. Keep it on up. Let's go. Now we're about 20 seconds in. If you feel you want to challenge yourself more with heavier weights, go ahead, add that heavier weight. Can't go wrong with that if you got the proper form. So it's squat, cross the body, row, stand, and at the same time, press up. 10 seconds until we make the switch to the other side. The goal is to try and keep the speed. And of course, try and keep the weight if you're using that heavier weight. Right across. I love it, guys. I love it. Keep it up. Breathe out as you come up. Across, row, power. Squat. Boom. Pull back. Press. 3, 2, 1. We're going opposite side now. Here we go. Right into it. Switch that weight over to the left. Here we go. Down. Pull back. Press. Down. Pull back. Press. Let's go. Keep those eyes up, okay? So as we go down and pull, still keep those eyes forward. We don't want to look down, because anytime our head goes below our heart and we come up quick, we're going to be in that situation where you might see that blood pressure drop. Go, Edna. Go, Edna. Go. You got it, Marsha. Good job. Glad to see you can get that arm over that head. That's nice. Keep it up, aim. Looking good, Chris. Can we pick up that speed? Or, of course, if we're going heavier weights, really commit to that heavier option. Let's go, Mare. Keep it going. Right across. Don't be so robotic. Some of you are going here, 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 and then here. Try and keep the rhythm. Let's go. 10 seconds. That pull back. Get that pull back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. This next round is going to be self-paced, and I will tell you when to switch arms, okay? Telling you when to switch arms. I'm going to be asking you if we go for more moderate to heavy size weights with this one. If you were in the workout on Monday, we actually worked on this a little bit, this exercise. So we have our squat weave with bicep curl. Okay, we're going to do the right side and the right side only to start. So we're going to be in our squat, body weight to the heel. We weave that weight, okay, through, and then it comes back to the right arm. And now I'm going to put that right arm to the inside of that right quadricep, and I'm going to do 1 repetition, that first rep. Then I'm going to figure 8 weave it. Weight goes back in the right arm. 2 reps of that bicep curl. Figure 8 weave through the left, weave it back to the right hand. 3 reps, and you continue going on. Now notice as I'm doing this, and I'm doing my bicep hand. So you're going to add up a rep every time you get to it. We're going to go for time. You're going to try and get as many bicep curls as you can on that right side. Of course, when I say switch, you'll then switch the rotation to the other side, or the weave to the other side. And then, of course, you'll be doing your bicep curls in your left. So you start with 1, then you go 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and so on and so forth. When you need a break, please make sure you take a break. Marsha, hold on 1 second. Let me finish and I'll get to you. Don't you worry. All right. So when you're working, you're always adding on 1. The legs are going to be the tricky one here. They're going to get tired and you're going to need to take breaks, right? Going to need to take breaks. What's your question, Marsha?
I can't do any more squats.
No worries. Got you. You can do upper body though.
Yeah.
Have a seat or stand and do that bicep curl. 1 arm at a time, 1 hand on out. So if you have a limitation, okay, to the lower half of the body, guess what you're going to do? Hold the position and we're going to go. 1, switch it on over. 1, switch it on over. And then 2, or you can do it this way. 1 over the top and then down. 1 over the top. Okay, so that's the limitation, or that's the substitute should you have the limitation to the squats. Okay, here we go. We're going for time. Weight in the right hand, and the weight in the right hand only for those of you doing that figure 8 weave. 3, 2, and 1. Let's begin. Going for time. So you want that weight, okay, to the inner part of the quad. Inner part, right here. So when I'm doing my bicep curl, my elbow is in there, okay? If I'm doing that substitute, I'm going to be alternating arms, okay? So I go right hand bicep curl, weight goes up over the head and then down. Weight in left hand bicep curl, up and over. Now I do 2. 1, 2 in the right, up and over. Now I do 2 on this side. 1, 2. Nice job, Chris. Keep those eyes up. Great work, Amy. Inside that quad. Julie, you're ready for heavier weights when you're ready to challenge yourself, all right? Same thing, Edna. Amy's got that challenge. Way to go, Barbara. You got it, Joe. Joe's using a kettlebell. That's awesome. You can use that as well. If you have them. Nice job, Barbara. You got it, Marsha. Making sure, Marsh, when you're bringing that arm over your head, try and keep both arms at the same time going up. And that's tough to do when you have a weight in one hand and no weight in the other hand. Keep working it up. Keep working it up. Yeah, always out in that rep. I know, Joe, the legs. Start to feel it more in the legs, right? And it's going to prevent you from getting more on those biceps. Edna, just make sure that when you're doing your squat, that you're not leaning over. You were just doing your bicep curl like this, leaning over. I don't want you to put pressure on your back. 15 more seconds until we make the switch to the other direction with the weave, and then we get to work that left. For those of you doing the substitute, you'll be starting on the left. 1, over the top of the head, down, okay? When I say so, you'll restart those counts. Back going with the left arm. 3, 2, and 1. Let's make that switch. Shake out those legs. Shake out those legs. So, got that weight in the left. I weave it through. Bring it on back. I got that 1 bicep curl. I weave it on through and back. 2 bicep curl. If I'm doing that alternate, left hand starts up and over. Bicep curl right. Up and over. 2 on the left. 1, 2. And you're continuing to add on up. Keeping that squat position, body weight to the heels. Yeah, good work. Good work. Don't be afraid of that challenge with that bicep curl. Remember, if we're doing the standing one, elbows should be blocked back here as we go from hips to chest. For those of you doing the rotation with that figure 8 weave, okay, that weight can go down just towards the floor and then bicep curl up. And again, you want to use those heavier weights if you're looking to make physical changes to your body. Don't be afraid of doing only 3 in a row or 2 in a row and having a rest. That's still going to get you the best results in the end. You got another 20 seconds. Keep it up. Keep it up. Always adding on a rep. You got it, Barbara. Way to get low. Place that supporting hand on that right leg. Keep that control. Keep that control. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's put that weight on down. Shake out those legs. We're going to go with a little bit more of a total body focus next. And there's some different variations which you can go here. So I'll show you a base of what you're going to do. And then I'll show you the finished full product. All right, starting off with a lighter weight option. And then we can go from there. You only need 1 weight, as you can see, that we've been working on. Okie dokie. So I'm going to show you with the right so you can see from this direction. Option 1, we're going to have our feet at least hip width apart or a little closer. We don't want them too wide unless you need to support your back because it's tight. Going to bend at that waist, okay? Now, I'm going to keep my left hand either on my left quad like this, or of course, I can keep it on my hip like this. So I'm bending at my waist. I'm going to turn and press that weight to the sky with that right hand and then come down. I'm going to pull back, turn, and press in that crouched or bent position here. Eyes up, turn, rotate up. This is what I want everybody to be working on right now as the base for this. Turn and rotate. Turn and rotate. Nice job, Julie. Pull back, turn and rotate, right? So I pull up like a row, turn my body and press. Now, everybody's different in terms of how much rotation they have in their midsection, which is why this will be challenging for all of you. Make sure that weight follows. So I get that pull back. And then, of course, I'm going to turn, and then I'm going to press right up. This can be a little more robotic. Trying to get that rhythm. Okay, let's make the switch to the other side. Ready? Bending at the waist, right hand either on that right quad or hip. I like the quad, but again, you like what you like. Pull back, turn, press. And notice I still got that hand on the quad to support me. Back down, pull back, turn, press. Now you're all starting off with those lighter weights. And you know that as we get through this, you can obviously challenge yourself more if you needed the heavier weights. Now, shake it out. That's the base. That's essentially option one. Okay, and I'll tell you when to switch sides. Now, if we want to kick it up, all right, after we do our rotation up, we're going to then take it down by squatting down. One weight underneath the right hand, no weights underneath the left. And then we do it in the plank position too. Almost like we're doing a modified burpee to get down. Come back up, pull back, and press. Getting that rotation in the midsection going. Down, pull back, rotate, and go. So if you want that secondary added challenge, bring it down into a plank, turn and rotate, either on the toes or on the quads, and then continue. We're going to go 45 seconds, all on that right side. 3, 2, and 1. You guys can begin. Same movement when you go down. It's going to be that much more challenged in that plank position. Turn, rotate. Nice job, man. Yep. Turn, rotate. Don't switch sides. We're going to stay all on this right side. Great job, Julie. Good, Barbara. You got it, Marsha. That looks great. Yeah. Turn, rotate. Good. Turn, rotate. Good. In about 15 seconds, I'm going to ask you ladies to switch sides and see if you can make that transition seamless. Good, Chris. Pull back and rotate, right? I'm still bent at that waist, okay? We want to make sure the back stays flat here as I pull back, turn, and rotate. If I'm in that plank position when I go down, same thing, keeping those feet at least hip width apart in that plank. Switch sides, ladies. Go. Let's see if you can make that seamless transition. Let's go right into it. Again, we need to make sure that our backs are flat when we're doing that row and that rotation. All right, we don't want to be rounding the back. If you feel a lot of pressure in your knees or your lower back, that means you're rounding. Just avoid that for sure. Get that rotation going. Come on. Good, Mare. Again, the weight always is being followed by those eyes. That's the key to the movements. All right. Follow that weight. Great job, Joe. Got a good step up there. Good, Amy. Keep it up, Jane. Turn, rotate. You got it. Nice work. Turn, rotate. Going back to the other side in 10 seconds. I'll give you 10 seconds to transition so you can get your more challenging weights. 3, 2, 1. Let's get those heavy bevies. A little bit heavier now. Again, I'm challenging you guys to get that rotation and follow that weight. So maybe begin on that right side now. So again, either that option or, of course, adding in that jump back, feet at least hip width apart, turn and rotate right up over that shoulder. All right, my left hand stays down. I rotate out with my right. Woo! You're going to notice some muscle groups in that midsection, in that waist area, that lower back, obliques. I love it. How many times do we use this trunk to rotate? Okay, it's going to really build us up. Prevent injuries within that trunk area, pressing on up, getting that stability within those shoulders. Okay, let's make that switch. Keep the weight. Keep the weight. Let's go. Keep that weight. So for many of you who are going from right, which is most of you, your dominant side, to the left with that heavier weight, this is going to be quite the challenge. You might have to slow that movement down. Don't forget your bend at your waist there, Marsha, okay? That way you can really isolate that back. Pull back, turn, and rotate. So you don't ever want to be straightening out those legs, ladies. So I'm bending at my waist, turn, rotate, and press. Okay, we don't want to straighten on out. Keeping that other hand right on the hip. 30 seconds. Go, Amy. Go, Amy. Go. Down. Feet wide aim. Turn and rotate. Keep it up. Pull back. All right, 10 seconds. 10 seconds to get that break. Come on, Joe. Keep it going, Chris. Think about it. 5 seconds. Come on, get one more. You guys got it. 3, 2, and 1. You can rest it. Good job, ladies. Good job. Very good work. Very good work. Okay. Start off with that lightweight. Just to get the purpose down. You're not going to need a super heavy weight here because we're going to get into some shoulders and back movements. We're going to do a side lunge, but if you have a limitation that prevents you from doing the actual lunges, just step out to the side, okay? Because you can still do this in that form. So let's get the side lunge down first, okay? And that means when we step, whatever side we step to, our body weight is going to that heel, right? And we'll start off with the hands out in front just so you can get the lower half of the body movement going first. So here we go. I got my hands out in front. I'm just going to step to the right, and I'm going to put my body weight to my right heel and keep my left leg straight, and I'm going to push off that right heel. Out. Push off that right heel. I got a 90-degree angle on the right side. Don't go to the left. Just focus on the right. Now, again, if you have a limitation that prevents you from getting a deep knee bend, then step out, bend it as much as you can, or, of course, just step it out, and then, of course, step it back in. Feet will go a little wider than hip width apart. Really sink in that right heel so you can get that hamstring, the glutes, the hips, the back. Ready to go, right? Feet start together, sink. Our toes on the right foot should always be pointed forward. See how my left leg stays straight? My toes are pointed forward. Press. Let's go to the left side now. You may have to adjust. Gonna step out to the left, hands out in front, butt goes back to the left like a squat, and then I push right on up. Again, you want to make sure your body weight's going to the heel of that foot so you can take pressure off of the knees. When you're doing a lunge or a squat, should never feel it in your knees. If you do, we got to get that buttocks back. We're going to make sure that body weight goes to the heels. Hands out in front for the counterbalance. Okay, and you're not going to have that eventually, but I want to make sure that those arms are ready to go. Okay, I like what I'm seeing. Now, we're going to add in a light weight to this. We're all going to go to the same side. So we're going to go back to that right side. We're going to step to the right. And we're going to make a swing with that right arm up to the shoulder. And then we're going to make it out to the right shoulder. So watch my movement. Ready? I go to the right. My left hand can be out by my side or out in front of me for counterbalance. I get my lunge in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing it up. So I work that shoulder in the front. And then I'm going to swing it down. And then I'm going to bring it right back on out. And then I push off that right, staying on the right side. So I step out, body weight to the right heel. Come up with the swing, come down, come out with the swing, down, and push off. So it's in front, down, lateral, down, and repeat. Let's go all right side. Don't forget that swing. So essentially, we're going to step down, I swing up, I come down, I go out, I come down, and then I push off. Get that rhythm down. I want you to spend some time on this to get that rhythm down. You're going to really work that shoulder from the front, lateral. Good. Body weight stays to that right heel, right? Toes are pointed forward on the right side. Keep your body weight to your heels there, Edna. Yeah. There you go, Jane. Nice job. Out. Yeah. And when you're doing your swings, you want to make sure that that weight is in between the knees. So I go down, weight is in between the knee. I go up, swing, down, and then I go right back out to the side, back to the center. 15 seconds before I make that switch to the other side. Sink down deep. Jules, just watch that right foot. It's going in the angle of this direction. We want to make sure it's forward. If that's the limitation, let me know. Then keep it where it is. Body weight to your heels, Barbara. 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch to the other side. So feet together. We're going to be stepping to the left first, right? Stepping to the left, weight in the left hand. You can start when you're ready. I'll be demonstrating for those of you who need it. All right, I step out, body weight goes to the left heel, weight goes in between the knees. I swing with my left, down, swing out with my left, down, and then I push off that left heel to work that hamstring and glutes. And repeat. Make sure those eyes are looking forward, right? Eyes are looking forward. I shouldn't have to look at the weight here. So keep my body weight to my heels. Looking good, ladies, looking good. Good. Now, some of you got those hands on the hips. That's great. If you feel that's beneficial for you, again, you can have your opposite hand out to the side or in front of you for that counterbalance. Again, a little bit of a step up in terms of challenge, right? The side lunge is not easy as it is. And if you have a limitation that prevents you from, keeping that side lunge position, just stick to the side lunges. Step out, press off, come back. Step out, press off, come back. And that means you wouldn't even have to use any weights. Make sure your body weight is going to your heels. Only the right side we're stepping to. Toe pointed forward. Sorry, the left side. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, shake it out. 10 seconds. Yeah, you know what I'm going to ask. Maybe a bump up in those weights or speed here with this for the second 45 seconds through. Again, not a huge increase in weight. Okay, we're working some small shoulder muscles here. So say you were doing a 3 or a 5. Maybe you're bumping up to a 4 or a 6. Just a little bit more. They're not huge muscle groups. You're not going to be expected to do much more to keep the form. Going back to the right side in 3, 2, and 1. Let's take it. Step out. Swing forward. Back down in between. And then out. Isolating that shoulder. Love it. Damn socks. Ah. That is a classic move, Joe, of anybody who's frustrated with the socks and they're doing movements. You take the flipping things off and you just huck them like they just made an insult to your mama. Right? Rip them off. F you, sock. Get off. Slipping all over the place. Amy, watch the round of your back. Okay, that may be a little too heavy on the weight there because when you're doing it, you're leaning forward as opposed to getting that butt back. Just be mindful. That position where you're working a whole lot of different muscle groups. If we're swinging and we're not able to control it with the shoulder, then we end up using the back. Okay, let's make that switch over. Let's make that switch over to the other side. Let's balance it out to that left side now. So we step. All right, get the body weight going to the left, weight in the left hand, come up right to the shoulder with the swing, come down, out that lateral raise swing, and then we push off that left heel. Like it. Yeah, aim, that's good. That's good now, keeping that form. Nice job. Keep it going, Mary. Keep it going, Mary. Again, these muscle groups that we're working for those shoulders are not very big, so they cannot take a lot of weights, and they should not need a lot of weights. Now, a couple of you look like when you're stepping out, you may be stepping a little wider than you need to because you're having a difficult time pushing off of that heel. So let's say, for example, you're stepping out, and maybe you don't realize it, and you're getting real far down, and then when it's time to get up, you're having a hard time pushing from your heel to then power right back on through. If that's the case, bring the feet a little closer together when you do your first step. Get your butt back. You may not need to go out that far. I want you to be able to push off that heel to power back to the center. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let it out. Shake it out. Really getting into those hips, glutes, and hamstrings on that. Okay, earlier we did a figure 8 weave in that squat position. And now we're going to do a little circular motion. This can be done with a kettlebell or a weight, your choice, if you have it. Let me show you from the side view here. All right, we're going to start in that right side, okay? And I'm going to take that weight and I'm going to wrap it around my body, okay? Staying nice and tall. So watch, I get it in the right hand. I'm going to go behind my back, grab it with my left, bring it back to my right. And now I'm going to place it just above the shoulder as I step back into a lunge, come down. And then as I come up, pressing from that front heel and bending both knees, and then step it back. I get my rotation around, back to the right hand. Hand goes above the shoulder, step back in that reverse lunge, down. The only time the weight goes above my head is when I'm going up, and then I repeat. Now, if you have a limitation to lunging, just step back, right? Here we go. We step back, we press, we come down, we come back, and then we rotate around. Now, when you're rotating that weight, okay? When you're rotating that weight, please make sure it stays away from the body. So I'm keeping it out, and I'm going to go all the way around here like this so I can get that midsection and obliques working. Grab it back. That's when I step back. So only going to be in the right hand. Only going to be in the right hand with the weight. Holding it. Yep. Let's work it. Let's work it. Good, Jane. Having you guys start off light so that you can get the form down. After this, I'm going to ask you then to pick it on up. This is a real good one. You can really challenge yourself with heavier weights here, mainly because of the muscle groups we're going to be utilizing. A lot of leg work, a lot of bigger shoulder and upper back work here. Now, when we're doing that lunge, balance becomes part of the challenge, right? So your opposite hand needs to be out by your side or on your hip, whatever is best for you. So as I make that rotation around back to my right, I'm going to place that weight just above that shoulder. I can keep my left hand on my left hip, just like a regular lunge, and you all know how to do that. We step back, okay? I come straight down. My body weight is to my front heel, and then I power on through and step and repeat. Make the switch to the left side, please. Weight starts in the left hand. We go around, grab it with the right, grab it with the left. Weight over the top of that shoulder. And now the left leg steps back, right is forward. Option 1, just the step back. That toe, don't bend that back knee, right? Press up and then come back and repeat. Option 2, with that full lunge, make sure you step it all the way back, get that balance, 90-degree angle with both legs, body weight to my front heel. I press up, and then I continue. Make sure when you go down, the weight is still right above your shoulder so that when you come up, you can make all one movement. Turn the palm in, Amy, so that the hand is facing more towards your body when you do your kettlebell. Yep. Rotate. Good. Yep, the bell can go out to the outside and your hand can go that way. Or you can bring it over the top. I don't have one with me right now, but the bell can be behind you. Yep. And press. Don't forget that press. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds to adjust those weights. If you had a lighter weight and you feel you can challenge yourself more, shake it on out. Remember to keep that weight away from your body when you're rotating through, okay? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's begin. Going right on through. This is the last of the exercises that I'm showing you before we put them all together on the right side, then the left side. Ha ha. And we'll go reverse order. That should be fun. Only that one arm needs to come up. So if I got that weight in my right hand, once I'm doing my lunge, I am then going to power through with just the right. The left hand is either on the hip or, of course, out by my side for that counterbalance. You want a little extra rotational work or midsection work, Okay, always add on, get this, always add on a rotation with the midsection. So maybe you want a little bit more in that midsection. Go around 1, go around 2, then do your step back. The next time you do it, go around 3 times before you get that lunge in, right? So you add up each time. That, especially with that more challenging weight, you're going to really feel the rotation in the shoulders, the midsection. All movements that you do. Come on back now, Marcia. This is your time to shine, girl. Keep it separated. There you go, Mary. See if you can pick up that speed, Mare. Yeah, there you go. Switch sides. Go. Switch sides. Let's do it. There she is. Little potty break. That's the worst, right? Ugh. You know what the worst is? When your coach has got to go potty during the session. Oh, the mind, right? Allows you to do something different each time. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep that rotation going. In 10 seconds, we're going to be going back to the right side. It's going to be side lunge right, swing out. I will tell you when to switch to the left side. We're going to be going through the exercises again now, back to back to back, reverse order. 3, 2, keep the same weight, and 1. Right side steps out, body weight to the heel, out in front. And to the right, push off that right heel, staying on the right side. I'll tell you when to switch. Let's go. Let's go. We're going right through those exercises again now, back to back to back to back. There may be some when we transition that you have to adjust the weights. That's cool too. We got those weights around us. We can easily transition. Make sure you're going out to the side without any round. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Keep it up. Keep it up. Control now. This time through, don't be surprised if the movement's a little slower, a little more challenging, especially within that strength aspects. 3, 2, 1. Make the switch. We step to the left. Body weight to that left heel. Front, down, side, back, and then push off that heel. As you're continuing with this exercise, we're going to be doing our bent row rotations next. It'll be right side. Not yet, though. Don't go there yet. Again, just reminding you of what we're going to be doing. Again, then the option 2 would be to bring that weight down, jump or step back to your plank to get that rotation going in that right side. Really like that one. It's a tough choice for me between exercise 1 and that exercise is my favorites today. 10 more seconds before we switch to the other side. Come on, come on. Yes, I can have favorites. 2 and 1. Okay, let's make that switch to that rotational row. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Option 1. And you know if you were doing option 1 or 2 or not. And I want you to do what you were doing before. Unless, of course, you were doing option 1 and you'd like to challenge yourself further with option 2. That option 2 sees you go down to that plank position, turn and rotate. Keep the back flat, right? So option 1, I pull back and I stay right here with my body and I rotate here, turn away, and then I come right back down. Avoid doing this, ladies. Pull back, straighten, and turn. Avoid that. That way you can really isolate the back. If it's necessary, then fine, but try and avoid that movement. Great job, Amy. Amy, that was great control. Great control. Way to go. Love it. Keep it going, Jane. Nice rotation there. Pull back, turn. There you go, Barbara. 3, 2, and 1. Let's make that switch to the other side, guys. Left side now. Whew. Bending at the waist. Get that pull back. Weight on that right hand on that right leg. I turn and rotate to the left. Wonderful job here. Wonderful job. Keep that rotation going. Hand on the quad. Hand on the quad so that when you guys turn and rotate, you're in that ready position. Notice how my fingertips are facing towards my right leg. My weight, I can actually kind of lean into that left side a little bit as I rotate. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You got it. Keep that back flat. Some of you are starting to straighten out when you come up. Okay, be wary of that. Great job, Jules. You got it, Marcia. That's great. Keep it going, Edna. Love what I'm seeing. 15 more seconds. And then we're going to go to that figure 8 weave and bicep curl. If you remember that one, you may have to adjust the weights to make it appropriate to work those biceps. Again, the alternate for this would be your bicep curl, shoulder rainbow, bicep curl, shoulder rainbow. 3, 2, and 1. Let's begin. Squatting on down for that figure 8 weave. I weave, and then I do my 1 bicep curl. Always adding on, okay? Only on the right side. Again, the substitutes, bicep curl right, and then shoulder rainbow over the top, bicep curl left. Again, the legs are straight, hip width apart, or slightly bent to support the back. Don't be afraid of that challenge with the weight, right? I would rather you do 2 to 3 reps at a time in this. Really challenge those legs, really challenge those arms, all right? And rest more. For the time you are working, you're going to get more out of it than if you go lighter and make it easier on yourself and not challenge yourself just to say you get 7 or 8 reps in a row. You will get more out of it. If you're looking for changes to the body, your body will change that much more effectively because of that. We're going another 15 seconds before we switch those arms. Come on, get those biceps going. Oh, yeah, always adding a rep on. Keep it up, Chris. It's a great job keeping your body weight to your heels. Nice work. You got it, Joe. Remember, Edna, that, yep, you got it. Just keep you can either have those feet hip width apart. If you're arching your back when you're doing those shoulder rainbows as the alternate, have that staggered foot position. All right, we don't want to be lifting and arching that back. And switch to that left side, guys. Switch it up. Woo. Again, when we're doing that weave, those toes can be pointed out. You're going to be feeling some of those adductors working as well. That rotation going. Get that bicep curl in. Continuing to add up on those reps. Now, because you guys are facing this direction, I'm going to remind you of our first and final exercise. This is the crossbody row with press. If you recall, feet will be wide. We'll squat down, go across, pull back laterally, and then press on up when we straighten. It starts in 10 seconds on that right side. Again, limitations towards, of course, squatting down. Just bend at your waist, pull, and then press right on up. So you would not be actually bending the knees. You'd be bending at the waist. 3, 2, and 1. Keep that weight in the right hand now, and we begin, kids. So option 1, don't do the squat. Bend at the waist, body weight to the heel, pull back, and then press and straighten. Option 2, full squat down, pull back, press, and straighten. All right side. Good, Marcia. So ready? It's a squat down, pull, and then press. So that's 3 different movements right there. Squat down, pull, and then press. And then make it count once you get that rhythm down. Yep. Once you finish that lateral pull, then the movement then is to press above the head as you straighten those legs. Very similar to that reverse lunge that we did. And you're using a little bit of momentum there, right? So when you press through those heels to straighten, you're going to help to get that heavier weight above. Good, Janie. Yeah. Don't forget that row, though. So we go down in that row position. Don't forget to row it back. The movement going back is very important. So I'm coming to here, then I'm pressing. Get ready for that left side. It starts at 3, 2, and 1. Making that switch. So I go left towards my right foot, down, row, press right on through. That rotation, come on, we got it. I believe in you guys. 35 seconds to go. Come on, stay low. Keep those eyes up. So when I squat down, my eyes are forward. I know I'm going with my left hand towards my right foot because I know my left from my right. So I don't need to look at it. And I press. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Come on, press. You got it, aim. Way to go, girl. You got it. Breathe out as you're coming up. 10. Come on, ladies. 10 seconds of your day. I know you think you can't do any more, but I'm talking a measly 10. Let's go. Come on. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. 2 and 1. Put the weights down. Give yourselves a round of applause. Great job getting that brain working too, right? Whenever we do unilateral steps, it forces us to use the muscles of the brain, which we're not normally used to tapping into or make us uncomfortable to use our non-dominant sides, which is why we do that to balance it out. When you have balance on both sides of the body, that is how you help to prevent injuries, which is why it's very functional, right? Functional meaning going through everyday life without any aches, pains, soreness, or limitations to enjoy your life. Okay, ladies, let's go to those side bends. I think that's going to be in order first. So we'll still keep the stretches, even though it's at the end of the workout. We'll still keep them to about 5 seconds at a time because they're pretty intense. And then we'll switch multiple times. So arms up over the shoulders. Okay, and we're going to bend and lean to the right. Try and keep the arms in line. You could also do this if you wanted a little bit more work for those hips and those hip flexors, to do it kneeling. And we reach. So I'm going to hold it here for 5, 4, keeping the arms close to the ears. 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center. Whew. Go to the left. Again, if I'm going to the left or the right, I don't want to drop my bottom arm. 5-second counts. We're going to keep on going for the next 35 to 40 seconds. It's about bending at that waist, remember, not leaning over and falling over. You prioritize yourself this morning. That is the first step into recognizing how you're going to make sustainable changes. Now you take that energy, that confidence, that positivity from the workout, knowing that you made this time for yourself today, and you apply that to enhance your other healthy habits. Can't just all say it's going to change from just 1 hour of movement, right? It ain't. Great start. Now let's use that as a catalyst to enhance the rest of the day. Okay, if you're in the kneeling position or the stand position, we're now going to interlace those fingers behind the back, chest out, shoulders back. Really opening up through that chest and shoulder area. Did a lot of that work today. Upper back. If you're standing and you want a deeper stretch, feel free to bend at your waist. If you're kneeling, I would not do that. I would then stand up, get your base wider. Last thing we want to do is be in this position and lean forward too far. Well, you can manage it. Go ahead. But at the same time, I don't want any dentist bills on a Saturday morning, okay? I just surprised myself with my flexibility there. You're still quite nimble at almost 39. 3, 2, and 1. If you're in the down position, slowly lift your heads up first. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay, let's get some backwards or forward shoulder rolls, your choice. And we're going to repeat, but go out in front with that stretch. Now we're getting that chest, shoulders, and back. Drop that head round the back. If you haven't posted your sessions for next week, make sure you get in on that on our coaching group. Coming out on Monday will be our challenge of the week, so be sure to look for that. Just a reminder, Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We do have workout sessions, regularly scheduled program, live in person. Regularly scheduled program all next week for week number 3. Let's release those hands. Deep breath. Congratulations on a job well done here today, everyone. Very proud of you. Thank you so much for joining me here today on a Saturday. Have a lovely, lovely day. If you need anything, you know where to find us. Great job, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
Enjoy the day.